Hey guys, welcome to What Ate Wednesday. It is a back to normal week, so school has started again. I went back yesterday, and yeah, although like the day before spring break ended, I was like, oh, I have to go back to teaching tomorrow. But then after teaching yesterday, I'm like, I love my job. I love teaching. But it's always just the mind frame. But once you're actually there, I'm like, so good. Anyways, that's only in the afternoon. So this morning I have some tea. I already had a little bit of coffee, and then doing a tea. This one is a Stash Fusion Green and White Tea. So, kind of I like it. Not really, but that's okay. I'm just trying to this was just like loose in my tea cupboard, so I'm like trying to drink up some of the ones. Anyways, for breakfast I made an omelet and then having half of it, well, not really an omelet, I don't know, a frittata type thing, but with 2 eggs, but then the other half goes to Dan. So I first heated up some onions as well as the kale mixture. We got the one that I love from Costco and the same brand, but we got the baby size. They were on sale at Save on Foods, so not as good a deal as Costco, but still it was on sale at least, so it was only $2.99 instead of I think regular price is like $4.99 for the small size. Anyway, and then added a little bit of eggs with some red pepper flakes, and then just heated it up. Not bad. We're also trying to get done our invitations because we're printing them ourselves. So then I was like downstairs and then back and forth. So it is a little dark, a little dry, but that's okay. It's gonna be breakfast. I am having a little snack. I'm gonna have a late lunch, just so it ties me up for my whole afternoon and evening of teaching. But so for a snack, I have little pita crackers and then a local spinach dip. It is Arbutus Ridge spinach dip, island made, so Vancouver Island. It's really good. You can taste that it's like, yes, the healthy spinach, but also a lot of mayonnaise. So I'm not having too much, but just a couple. I am off to Michael's to buy a 4th type of sticky tape that works. The other 3 did not, and then I got another type last night and it works for the invitations, and now I need to get 3 more packs of those because they only did 11 invitations. Anyway, so I made myself a tea to go. This is actually just right now steeping. I'm gonna make an iced tea. So it's the David's Tea Frozen Raspberry. And then I have the other compartment filled with ice. And then, although this is still steeping a little bit. So maybe, otherwise then you push it down like that. And then you put the lid on it and drink it. But I think I still want it to steep a bit more before icing it. Well, not that that had much an effect, but then the leaves get pushed to the bottom. So, steeping this, but taking this on the go. For lunch, I am having a very big salad with like some pasta salad as well. There were leftovers of just a little bit of the Barilla, I think it's the brand, gluten-free pasta. I don't love it, but we have a lot of containers still because I was sent them to review, and I got like 6 or 8 boxes, and we've only gone through like 3 because we don't like it. So anyways, I made it a couple days ago, and I think someone had suggested like rinsing it under cold water after you cook it, just so it doesn't get all mushy. So I did that, and it actually tasted a lot better at the time we ate it. Now it is a little firm and stale, and I read that it's not as good like heat or cold the next day or next couple days. It's better if you warm it, but that's okay. So then the penne and then some cucumbers, some of the little bit of the kale salad mix, and then a whole lot of romaine lettuce as well, you can see. And then this dressing, I don't know. I actually opened this lemon poppy seed, or no, I always say lemon poppy seed. It's just creamy poppy seed, but now I almost feel like, no, I'll have this, my zesty lime, but so now with my sauce on it, it's a very big salad. Trying to get everything in one bite. Not working. There we go. Not bad. Good. Alright, that's gonna be lunch, and then I'm gonna make a tea to take to work with me. Alright, so to work with me, I have the same tea as I've been having, the Bigelow Vanilla Chai Tea, but actually especially on these days I like it because when I teach at this school I have a kettle in my room, so then if there's a little lull or like between classes I can heat up the kettle and top up my drink, and then with the tea bag still in there then it's just a little stronger than if I'm just like topping up with nothing in there, then it's just watering down. So yes, especially on this day I like bringing the tea bag in there. Of course, sometimes I get sick of this and then I choose something else, but for now, that's what I'm having. And then I put it in the fridge already, but I'm pressing some tofu because I'm gonna have tofu for dinner, and yeah, that's already prepping, or at least that step. All right, off to work now. I'm back from teaching and 7:30, so gonna start my dinner. Now I'm thinking perhaps I should have chosen a different thing that would be easier to make, or like not necessarily easier but faster, but oh well. So I'm making a peanut tofu over riced cauliflower, so not real rice. So we have the tofu that I've pressed all afternoon, and then now I cut it into cubes, and it's gonna go in the oven at 400 Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes, but I'm hoping I'll get everything else done in the meantime while we're waiting for that to bake. Alright, so while that is in the oven, I'm going to make the sauce. So I'm using some sesame oil. They say a tablespoon and a half, but pure sesame oil is really expensive. So I'm going to do a tablespoon of it, and then I was going to use olive oil, but then I saw Dan has sesame oil blended with soybean oil. So this one is not as expensive, so I'm going to finish it up with that. The pure sesame is really expensive, so usually I only use like a tiny bit to give it a whole bunch of flavor. So then they also say, oh my god, I just spilled it everywhere. And they say a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. That's way too much for me because I'm probably gonna be eating most of this. So we're doing like 1/8 of a cup brown sugar minus what I just spilled everywhere. And then again, not quite a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, but we'll do close. So soy sauce. I'm gonna do a little bit of honey garlic sauce, which has enough sugar in it anyway, so I mean, yeah. And then Frank's Red Hot sauce. Let's make it spicy. And then some peanut butter. So I use the Adams, and oh, this is crunchy. Oh well, I mean, ideally the other one would be best, but oh well. Smooth. All right, so we have 2.5 tablespoons. So I'm gonna do 2 heaping tablespoons. Perfect. So now we're gonna whisk this together just with a fork. Now it looks all, well, I was gonna say smooth, but of course for the peanut butter or the peanut chunks, but that's okay. So now we're going to add our tofu. That is slightly cooled. I took it out and just let it cool for a bit. And we're gonna coat this, and then we're gonna let this marinate for, they say, about 15 minutes. Right, and I should say, they say, using a recipe from the Minimalist Baker. So it's called Crispy Peanut Tofu and Cauliflower Rice Stir Fry. Oh, I just want to eat one now. I will. Mmm, that's really good. Okay, one more. Okay, I believe the rest for the rice. Okay, setting this aside. So now we are ricing our cauliflower. So, having the cauliflower, I know you can do it in the food processor, but then the food processor is harder to clean. So, I'm going with the old school method. So just grating, and then you get, oh good, actually it looks like cheese. That's what that works. Now I heat up a little bit of the sesame soybean oil mix, and then some soy sauce, and adding a little bit of veggies. We didn't have too much that I think would go well in a stir fry, but some kale and some zucchini. And we're just gonna cook this a little bit just to get this nice and soft. So I've set that aside, and now I'm just cooking the tofu. I still have some of the leftover sauce, but just trying to cook this just so they get nice and crispy now with the sauce on them. I might have eaten a little more of them. So there's even less tofu. So that's okay. Alright, so just a couple more minutes. And then we're gonna finally cook our cauliflower. It's definitely taking a lot longer. Now it's already like 8:10. Oh my goodness. Alright, so hopefully this last step. I have everything else standing by, and I might have cooked that a little bit too long. But then we have the sauce as well as the veggie. And then adding the cauliflower, and then I put a little bit of garlic on there too. So just coating and like moving this around. Yeah, this lid. Oh, I actually have a lid big enough, yes. All right, so covering the skillet for about 5 to 8 minutes. So long. All right, so I've waited my 8 minutes just now. And it's nice and steamy. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of the sauce. I'm gonna save a little to put on top at the very end. Well, maybe. And just mix this. I'm gonna turn the heat off. All right, there we go. Our rice, cauliflower rice. Having my plate. Lots of this. If this was real rice, that would be a huge portion, but it's not, so I can. I'm gonna add the tofu and then some of the veggies. It is finally done. What time is it? 8:30. Ah, oh my gosh. Anyways, this is what my plate looks like. I'm excited to try everything. I'm gonna try the riced cauliflower on its own first. It's good. Dan, saving some for when he gets off work this evening. He'll be like, okay, this is clearly cauliflower, but it's good. I mean, it doesn't fool your taste buds, but it fools your brain when you're looking at it. But now let me try it with everything else and see. It's more that it makes you not miss having rice. A bite with everything, especially that amazing peanut sauce, then you don't really notice. Oh, this is so good. I'm so happy. Let me taste the zucchini. That peanut sauce is to die for. Well, not really, but you know, it's good. So I'm gonna eat this for dinner. Dan gets home in half an hour now. Well, he's off work in half an hour, but yeah, I can't believe I'm only eating dinner at 8:30 finally. But that's okay. This is totally a success. I would make this again. In the peanut sauce, I'd probably omit the sugar altogether. I mean, there's enough sugar in the like honey garlic dressing and stuff like that, so that's okay. But this is so excellent. Yeah, really good. So that's dinner tonight. That was really good and surprisingly filling. I mean, I did have a big helping, probably like a third of a cauliflower. It was a small cauliflower, maybe half. No, there's still a lot of leftovers. But yeah, no, I'm very full. So that's gonna be it tonight. I'm not gonna eat anything else. Dan is on his way home soon, so I have a bowl for him as well as a little bit in a Tupperware container for me tomorrow. So yes, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.